All right, so what's going on, everybody? It's JA. Welcome to the latest and greatest in sneakers. Now, it's the Monday show, so of course, we're going to be kicking off this week by taking a look at all of the releases you guys can look forward to. It looks like Nike, they're revamping a somewhat forgotten about series as they look to expand to their already stacked 2025 lineup. Plus, we got a first look as the next major collaboration from Adidas has just leaked. So stay tuned. We got all that plus more, but of course, to begin, we're gonna start with a few quick updates. So I'm sure by now you've heard that Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the upcoming 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. So I thought it was noteworthy to mention that as far as last year's show, we saw Usher rocking a pair of custom Jordan 4s. And while I'm sure those probably weren't officially endorsed by Jordan brand, still a great look for that particular model. A year prior, we saw Rihanna rocking a pair of Mason Margiela Solomon collaboration, which at the time, I had a lot of people talking about that particular sneaker. So I feel like as far as next year's show, whatever model Kendrick Lamar decides to rock, millions of people are going to be tuned in. And I know previously in the past, he's worked with Reebok, most recently Nike. He's also known to rock a lot of classic West Coast staples, such as the All-Star Chuck Taylor, the Nike Cortez, and he's also known to work very closely with Martine Rose, who has had a few Nike collabs for herself. Now, as far as today's deal of the day, I did want to mention that currently we have the New Balance 990 V6, which normally retails at $200. You guys can grab these on sale with a steal price of 50% off via Snipes right now, where you guys can grab these for just $99. And this is a sneaker I've actually been in the market for lately. I'm kind of contemplating if I want to grab these, but due to the fact that it's just this one colorway available, I think I will hold out on these. But I think this is a deal that some of you guys may want to take advantage of. And then lastly, we got J Balvin, currently one of Jordan Brand's hottest collaborators. He recently sat down for the Complex Sneakers podcast, where he actually revealed some interesting details that many people have been speculating as far as his next major upcoming Jordan Brand collaboration. When asked, he gave the answer, quote, "Just pay attention to the numbers." So it looks like we can look forward to the 4s up next, and this is going to be another major upcoming release that many people will be excited for come 2025. And with those quick updates out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this week's releases, which it looks like Foot Locker will be kicking off this week as they look to celebrate their 50th anniversary. So 50 years in the game is absolutely crazy. I remember as a kid, I had very fond memories of grabbing my early pairs back in the day from Foot Locker. Back in the day when you used to have to use the little foot measure thingy or whatever. Nowadays, y'all just be buying up all your shoes online or whatever. So as far as this 50th anniversary, it looks like Foot Locker will be releasing a whole bunch of exclusive releases, teaming up with all of the brands which they say helped them shift, the footwear culture over the last 50 years or so. So salute to them, man. As far as the models releasing, we're going to run through all of these, which they're going to be dropping a Puma MB1. They also got the Nike Air Force One, the Adidas Superstar, Converse Weapon OX. They're going to be dropping a New Balance 550, Nike Air Max Plus, New Balance 2002, as well as an exclusive colorway of the Adidas Samba. So all of these pairs will feature an exclusive gold and black color scheme exclusive to this Foot Locker drop. So once again, salute to Foot Locker on 50 years, man. That's absolutely crazy. Now, coming up next on the 12th, we got Bodega teaming up with Asics. Now, everybody knows the Gel Cayano 14, but this is actually the Gel Cayano 20, which, as far as this collaboration, they use an interesting choice of material as well as a nice little pop of color right here. So be on the lookout for these, retailing at $180. Now, also on the 12th, we have the latest colorway of the Book One, which they're calling Python. Now, as far as these Book One colorways, I would say they've had a lot more misses than hits. And as far as this pair right here, these joints remind me of like a Drake collaboration or something like that. And plus, don't debook and Drizzy like vibe like that or something like that anyways. But anyways, we also on the 12th have Jordan Brand dropping the Jordan 5 El Grito, which they're asking $210 for those, a hefty price on them joints. Plus, we also got the SB Dunk Low Sesame and Pearl, a nice little vibe, perfect for the summertime right here. Now, coming up here on the 13th, while this release is yet to be officially confirmed, I did see Soul Retriever reporting that we can look forward to the Gel NYC black, brown, and silver colorway coming from Asics. So the Asics takeover continues in 2025. And as far as this pair right here, while it's not like a limited collaboration or anything like that, just another general release from Asics, which comes in a nice color scheme. And as far as this model, the Gel NYC, they really kicked things off with that Hidden NY collab, and it seems like this is a pair that they can't really keep on shelves. So they're asking $130 for these. Be on the lookout for those dropping Friday, as well as the Nike Jam. This is actually a Futura collaboration, which this is actually Nike's official breakdances sneaker. I'm not really sure if they're still marketing this as a Futura collab, but interesting pair, I would say, none the least, coming in at $130. Now, also on Friday, we have Pata, which I want to say is like a Dutch brand. So not too big over here in the States, but I would say a lot more popular overseas. It looks like they're celebrating their 20th anniversary with the Air Max 1 Chlorophyll, revamping the classic pair, which originally dropped in 2009. So as far as this drop, these are actually going to be dropping exclusively via Pata with some type of special release plan. So they're asking $160 for these. Now also on Friday, we got the Foamposite Royal. You guys already know the OG classics. Nike actually hit us with a little surprise shock drop last week, and this is going to be the major release, which will be going down on Friday. And of course, Nike's asking $240 for these. And then coming up on Saturday, Nike's going to be dropping the Peace -1 Air Force One, which will be retailing at $200 alongside the Jordan 1 Midnight Navy. Now, this is one of those infamous pairs that we've seen an abundance of pairs actually hit the secondary market way ahead of the scheduled release date, which these joints are going well below the suggested retail price on the secondary market. So this is kind of a weird release because I did actually see that Nike kind of removed this listing from the sneakers app. So we'll have to wait and see if these still do drop coming up on Saturday. But of course, stay tuned for more details on this release. And for Jordan Brand, it looks like they're looking to revamp a somewhat forgotten about series as they look to add more additions to their already stacked 2025 lineup, which it feels like every day we're getting more and more leaks. So it looks like we got 3 pairs from their Rare Air series, which originally debuted back in like the early mid 2000s, I want to say. So this was back when Nike was dropping pairs which were kind of like, I would say, the Rare Air series kind of actually reminds me of what Nike and Jordan Brand is doing right now with the Reimagining series, kind of taking these like Jordan Brand classics, adding something new to the table, you know, spicing things up a little bit. So we got 3 pairs to check out right here. First up, we got the Jordan 3 Rare Air, which as far as the color blocking, kind of based off the black cement 3s almost, but you do feature the hint of blue as well as red in there. Now, the design detail, which makes these unique and stamps them as a Rare Air pair, would have to be the Nike Air on the back, which, if you guys haven't noticed by now, actually features a mirrored image. So the Nike Air is in reverse to mirror the Nike Air on the back of the left pair right here. So a very interesting detail, one that I feel like is unique to the Jordan 3 as far as this pair right here. So not bad looking, I would say, but as far as another pretty much primary all black Jordan 3, I don't know if this pair is doing enough to entice people to want to go ahead and jump on these, but I would have to say that the blue laces, definitely a nice little pop of color on these right here. But as far as like the leather, it seems to be that shiny ass leather that Jordan Brand fans really hate. Now next up, we got the Jordan 4 Rare Air, which features similar colors to the 3s, which we just looked at. It appears that these are kind of based off the Bred 4s with that like suede nubuck type of finish right here. So not a bad looking sneaker right here. And then of course the unique design details which stamp these as Rare Air would have to be the Jumpman patch, which you guys see right on the tongue right there. So interesting sneaker right here. I would say most people are probably leaning towards the 3s a little bit more than these 4s. And I did see some people commenting that these look like a pair that would be like exclusive for kids or GS sizes or whatever. So, and then we got the Jordan 1 Rare Air, which this is actually a fresh leak, hot off the press. Now, as far as this pair right here, it seems to feature like a midnight navy white color scheme. And I really don't know what the unique design details are that, you know, make these a part of the Rare Air series. But again, this is just one image. Maybe we'll see some details on the back or something like that. So as far as these 3 Rare Air pairs, let me know if you guys are rocking with any of these out of all 3 of these. While the 4s are pretty cool, the 1s feel like are pretty simple. I would say I would probably have to rock with the 3s myself. And as far as like overall perception, as far as the first impressions online, it seems like the majority of the audience, you know, as like a kind of a negative opinion about these. But of course, you guys know how it goes when it comes to these releases. We'll see if people's opinions change as we get a little closer to the release date. Remember, these joints aren't scheduled to drop until 2025, but I kind of like what Nike's doing here with the Rare Air series, and we'll see if they have any more surprises up their sleeve. Remember, as far as these Rare Air pairs, the ones that dropped back in the day, many people know of like the Laser 4s, but Jordan Brand, after doing my research, they also dropped some Jordan 1s, which feature that like Jumpman font where the Wings logo is right now that people seem to really hate on the upcoming Reimagine one. So Rare Air series is kind of interesting, and I find it kind of funny that Jordan Brand is bringing these back, you know, now that they have the Reimagine series. So will they continue to drop Reimagine pairs alongside Rare Air pairs? It looks like based off the 2025 lineup, Jordan Brand will. And lastly, for Adidas, so they just debuted a major high-profile collaboration for New York Fashion Week. But first, I do want to talk about a high-profile collaboration which they actually have in the works for 2025. Now, as far as this release right here, it looks like according to KicksFinder, Adidas will be teaming up with Fortnite on an apparel collection, which we have pictured right here. On top of the apparel, they're also going to be releasing a collection of Ultra Boost 1.0s as well. So we got some Fortnite Ultra Boost to look forward to. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the clothing designs that we have right here. So we just have a few pieces from the collection. Let's go ahead and start off with these hoodies, which feature like a simple cream color scheme. You got the simple Fortnite logo on here. My man looks real happy. I guess he'll be taking a break from all that gaming right there. Now we got the crew neck sweater right here, which got the simple Victory Royale font featured on the back. And then lastly, of the three leaks, we have the Fortnite sweatpant right here. So as far as the designs, not anything, you know, blowing you out the water or anything like that. I would say kind of remind me of like the Adidas Fear of God stuff. I would have to say so, but it looks like Adidas is definitely in their Gen Z bag with this right here. And let me know if you guys are looking forward to this high profile major Adidas collaboration, which is slated to drop coming up in 2025. And speaking of Adidas, one of their new collaborators, which they've recently teamed up in, Willie Chava. We're not going to ruin his name, so we'll just refer to him as Willie C. He's actually unveiled his latest American collection, which has debuted for New York Fashion Week, which happens to feature some new pieces from the upcoming Adidas collaboration, which features apparel as well as footwear. You got some really cool looks right here, which features some nice like exaggerated proportions. I also like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stuff, but let's go ahead and let the man Willie C tell it himself.
We have value and we have power. My signature style is silhouette and grit. I kind of naturally just infuse my own cultural history into my work because it comes naturally. In this collection particularly, I really wanted to show the value of brown-skinned people, black people, queer people, trans people, under this great American flag that we had behind us, and just show our presence and our purpose in this country. I knew that this was a presidential election period, and I knew that it was going to be chaos in the United States. I didn't know where it would land, like where we are right now, so close to the election. But still, I just wanted to take this moment to make sure that I brought to people's attention the importance of the vote, which is why the little constitutions were on every seat. That was fun. So I designed the bottle with Don Julio, and it is specifically designed to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, which is an amazing Mexican holiday where we celebrate those who have passed. And we worked together on doing a really cool bottle. So we have these amazing skeletons on the outside that really harken back to like old Latin Mexican culture.
So yeah, very interesting. I actually happen to own a few Willie C pieces myself, as he behind the scenes is one of the silent designers who worked with Yeezy in the past. So interesting move from Adidas to go ahead and pick up some of these previous Yeezy designers. I would say genius, as they look to kind of fill that void left behind by Yeezy. But as far as this collection, this will be the spring summer 25 offerings. Let me know if you guys are rocking with any of those pieces down below. And then of course, before we bounce, I did want to mention today's poll of the day, where today we went over all of the sneakers which you guys can look forward to dropping coming up this week. But as far as the poll, I wanted to know what was your favorite release, the sneakers which actually happened to drop last week. And unfortunately the poll is just limited to 4 choices. I know a lot of pairs dropped, but out of 1.7 thousand votes, it looks like out of the best sneakers of last week, you guys went with those Kobe 8 Pro Tros, which I would say a no-brainer, just given how popular Kobe releases have become, very highly collectible. But I was actually surprised to see coming in at 25% that the Anthony Edwards one, that latest ruby red colorway, actually edged out the Salehi Bembury Crocs Juniper Tahini sneaker, which came in at 20%. And then in 4th place we had the Air DT Max Home Colorado colorway, which they got more of those joints set to drop coming up soon. So salute to everybody that participated in the poll of the day, which you guys can always find via the community tab here for this YouTube channel. So I always appreciate getting everybody's feedback and all that good stuff. So let me know what you guys thought about all the topics today here. Drop your feedback in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the upload, you guys can go ahead and support the channel by dropping a little thumbs up, which is located right below this video. So I appreciate y'all. We're gonna wrap things up right here. I'm JA. Of course, I'll be checking in with you guys tomorrow for the latest updates. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.